Hi guys, thanks so much for joining me for this shopping list ideas video. This is where I just kind of share a lot of random products that I'm using a lot right now. You might know these as current favorites videos or monthly favorites, but either way, these may be new products to me or just kind of a rediscovered product, something I've been getting a lot of use of lately that I would recommend to you guys. So to start off, the first thing is actually something I just recently reviewed, and I just wanted to give it a mention here because in the past, month or so, I've used it quite a bit, and it is the Remington Tea Studio Pearl ceramic styling wand. So this gives you, those really kind of tight curls that are just really long lasting for me, and this works just super well, and you can find it for about 25 bucks at Target. But for more, definitely check out my review video on this. I just really wanted to give it a shout out because I do enjoy it so much. So yeah, that is a product from Remington. Then I want to mention something that is from Coastal Scents. It's one of their newer palettes that I am loving so much lately. It is the 36 color Smokey palette. And this is really cool for a couple of reasons. One problem I have with it, which I may review this further, definitely some tutorials and probably a blog post with some swatches, but this is kind of hard to open. I'm not quite sure why that is, but this clamps down harder than the other ones. It's a different shape as well. This palette is different, isn't shaped like anything they already have. But the colors in it are really awesome, and actually, they follow a pattern, and they map this out on the website, but they are in groups of 6. So here you have 6 kind of like fall neutrals, 6 greens, 6 purples, 6 kind of pink shades, blues, and then like a smoky eye grouping there. So I love the fact that this is going to be my go-to like travel palette, because I don't, instead of taking, a bunch of different smaller palettes, you have it all kind of, you have it all right here for you. I also like that, they can get away with calling it a smoky palette because they give you some really nice rich dark shades that kind of anchor each set of colors. So, you're getting a really rich black. This one's interesting because it has some sparkle to it, and the colors are just, oh, Cupcake just jumped on this stool. There's her tail. But the colors are neat because they're a mix of matte and shimmer. There's like, just to show you how bold these are, I'm barely, touching these, but it's just really great quality. Size-wise, these are a little bit larger than what you get in like the 88 palettes, but they're not quite as big as the Hot Pots. So they're kind of right in between that. They're maybe about the size of a nickel instead of a dime. And I just am loving this so far. It's kind of like you wish you had more than 2 eyes, so you could like do all kinds of different looks at once in one sitting. But I'm really, really happy with this so far. And like I said, I will be posting some swatches of this on my blog, so you can check those out. Next, a skin product that I have actually been using since probably about high school, and this has been my go-to kind of zit zapper, and I think I've mentioned this before in a skincare video or maybe some other favorites video a while back, but I used it just this past week, and I was just reminded how great this works, how well it dries up a blemish. Hi, sweetie. You can sit here. You can join. But this is the Clean and Clear Persagel, and it is a 10% benzoyl peroxide acne medication, and I use it just kind of like a spot treatment. I will put it on where I have that blemish, whether it's on my nose, my cheek, wherever. I will put it on maybe before I go to bed, or even under my makeup as under my moisturizer and everything. And I just honestly feel like this is the fastest zapper that I've ever used. And so, my sister had used it, and she kind of suggested it to me at one point, and I just love it so much. Next, an eyeshadow that I want to talk about. This is from NYX, and it's called Rock. And you can see it's kind of like a black with some sort of metallic shimmer. But I was just using this, and I thought how great this is in place of sometimes like using matte carbon. I understand sometimes you want like a matte black, so you might want matte carbon, but this delivers such a rich, deep, dark black to use as like a crease shade or as a liner or something like that. And it's just so cheap because sometimes I reach for matte carbon Or I have this sparkly black shade from Makeup Forever that I like a lot. But I kind of just realized, you know, this shade is so much cheaper, and if I'm really going to use something like that very often, this is such a great value. So it's cool in that it has some sparkle to it, but it's not overly much. I mean, I feel like it works fine as a contour still. That doesn't affect its ability to, you know, work well in your crease or as a liner or something. I just really like that shade, and I like the texture of it a lot too. Next, I've got to bring up a product that I have been using so much lately. It treats my skin so well. It stays on so long, and it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish Foundation. I've recommended this to so many people, and I kind of get in these phases where, you know, I'm testing out a lot of different foundations, and it's like, you know, I kind of switch around for a while, but then I end up coming back to something again and again, and Rimmel Lasting Finish is one of those products. Comes in a nice travel-friendly plastic tube, and my only problem with this has been that it doesn't come in a ton of different shades, but it's still, I mean, 200 Soft Beige is just perfect for me, and I'm just really crazy about this, and it's one of those products that I keep repurchasing, and just lately here I've been using it a lot really consistently, so I wanted to bring that up again. It's a really great foundation option that provides coverage. It doesn't break me out. I mean, it just is kind of like the all-around foundation, and it lasts a really long time. Next, I have actually 4 lipsticks to talk about. I've been wearing a lot of lipstick lately. Not really, no particular reason why. I think I've just found shades that I really, really like, and so I want to share those with you. What I'm actually wearing today is kind of like a nude lipstick, and it's from Milani, and I'm really excited about these lipsticks. Really, really enjoying this. It's the HD Advanced Lip Color in Classy Nude. And it's kind of like a longer, skinny lipstick, and the packaging has that Milani M on it, but it kind of clicks the product up, but that's what it looks like. And it is just a really, really pretty, not totally nude lip. I mean, this does not erase your lips by any means, but it's just a really nice neutral, and it feels so good. That's probably like 60% of the reason why I like it, is the fact that when I put it on, it feels so moisturizing, almost like a lip balm. It has a pleasant scent to it, and just to swatch it here on my hand for you, that's what it looks like. So it's definitely creamy. There is no shimmer in this, but it is just able to catch the light like that and have a really pretty moisturized look to it. So yes, I would totally recommend you check out those Milani HD Advanced Lip Colors. I kind of picked it up on a whim, and now I'm thinking I wish I would have thought more about what other shades were available there, but I'll have to check that out next time I'm at CVS. Next up is a shade that, no, sweetie. Stay with me. She's trying to climb. I have my camera sitting on a little stool here, and she desperately wants on that stool, I think. Okay. She's calmed down. Next up, though, is a lipstick that I had on in a recent video. I have a daily booth on it if you want to see what this looks like on, but it's one of the Revlon Color Burst lipsticks, which as a whole I think are really good lipsticks. This shade is called Rosy Nude, and I was reading a magazine where Jennifer Aniston was pointed out. I don't think she was actually, I don't know, I guess, if she was really wearing this shade, but in suggested products, they were like, get this look by, you know, wearing Color Burst and Rosy Nude. And so I saw it and I thought, that really is a pretty shade. And I bought it and was kind of surprised I hadn't picked it up sooner. There's a swatch of it right there. You can see how, you know, there's a more neutral shade, and there's Rosy Nude. This is another creamy, no shimmer lipstick, and it just gives your lips this healthy, kind of full look. I don't know quite what it is about it. It's like if you have, some people might have really pigmented lips that are sort of near that color. I don't know, but it just seems so natural, but a great amount of color to kind of brighten up the face, and I just love this shade. Love it, love it. And again, if you want to see what it looks like, check out my daily booth. Next, I have a couple of really light shades to tell you about. One is one I recently picked up from MAC, and it is a Cream Sheen lipstick in Cream Cup. And so, really light pink. This feels really good going on. It just has a different, like, I like the cream sheen consistency, and I want to try more that are like that. There's a little swatch of it there. Just a nice, creamy, light, pinky, nude kind of shade. I just think it, I love the look it gives my lips. Actually, I was wearing that not too long ago at work, and one of the guys I work with was like, your lips look really nice. And it's kind of like, okay, I'm not sure that this is, you know, that crazy of a product, but I think it just stands out in a really pretty special way, being pink but not too pink, you know? And speaking of that, I've got another shade here that has been very talked about, but I haven't tried it until now, and it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish Lipstick in Airy Fairy. This is the only one of the lipsticks that I've talked about so far that does have, it does have a little shimmer to it, I believe. It's very subtle though, and it has a little more of, you can see it right there next to Cream Cup. It's more of like, has a little bit of a peachy goldeny tone to it. But it's still kind of like a light pink shade, and it looks really, really gorgeous. So would totally recommend those lipsticks. And finally, to round out this video of shopping list ideas, I have a couple of nail products. The first one is what I'm wearing now. Blogged about it, so check out the blog for more pics. But it's the Hard Candy Just Nails Nail Color in Beetle. And it catches the light, and it looks like a zillion different shades. And right now on camera, I don't think the camera is necessarily picking it up. I have some pictures of this, and this goes from looking like purple to green to pink to gold. Half the time I feel like this, I'm wearing like a neutral color on my nails because it just kind of, at work a lot for some reason. I don't know if it's the lights we have there, but it picks up the gold. And then I went to the bathroom, and something about the lights in the bathroom, I was like, they look straight up purple now. They don't look anything but purple. So it's just interesting to kind of go about your day and see how this looks differently. But it's really, really a pretty polish. It went on nicely in 2 coats. 1 coat could have been enough, but 2 coats really gave it the full range of color. And I wish, for some reason the camera I don't think is showing, but right before my eyes I'm looking at this and it's green, and then I tip them a different way and they're like pinky purple. So really cool nail polish there. And if you like a nice nude nail, on the totally opposite end of the spectrum from that one, if you like a really kind of soft nude, goes with anything type nail, Rimmel Lasting Finish Pro in Bare Naked. I wore this last week. This was what I had on. If anybody saw me with kind of like a nude nail last week and asked what color it was, this is it. It's kind of like this beigey nude. I mean, wouldn't that be like a pretty lipstick? Just kind of looking at it. But this stayed on really well, and I was kind of complaining about a different polish I had on before this one, about how it was chipping off, and a lot of people suggested this Rimmel Lasting Finish Pro, so I'd like to thank you to anybody who told me about this, because I was really impressed with how this got me through. I only changed it because I felt like changing the color, not because it had totally chipped off or anything like that. So it says up to 10 days on the wear, so really nice. My complaint on this is that it doesn't dry very fast, but there are other strategies and top coats and different things you can do to sort of help that issue if you want, but I do enjoy that nail polish. Well, thank you so much everybody for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed these shopping list ideas. These are really fun videos for me to do because it's really just showing you what I'm using at the moment. So I'd love to hear what some of your current favorite products are, so please share them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.